Hello everybody and welcome to another NASCAR Heat 5 career mode video. Today we're going to be doing the Mountain Dew 100 at the Fanatec Fairgrounds. We go into this race 11 points out of the playoffs, one spot out of the playoffs, and we are behind Randy Davis. So our focus of this race is to just finish ahead of him. I actually don't know what number he is, so we'll figure that out and let's get into it. So, as you can see, we are at the Mountain Dew 100, like I said, and this is one of my worst tracks, like I've probably said before, and you, at this track, have to have an extremely loose setup if you actually want to get around this track, and I'll see you when I finish my laps. So, as you can see, we did not hit our goal for this practice session, but I did find out that if I'm battling somebody, I do run faster, which is strange. But I think I use them as a example of how hard I can go into the corner. The pole position is an 18.592, and our goal is a 19.354, which is not even close to what we were getting before. Just rhymed. And we're going to get through this flying lap now. We're going to almost hit this outside wall immediately, which would not be good because this outside wall, as I've shown in the past, thumbnail the video even, slows you down a whole lot. So you just gotta make sure not to touch it. We're gonna dive into this corner now, getting a little bit into the grass just below that white line, so you can paint it and get a great run off the corner. And I'm gonna do it again here, not going as low, but getting pretty similar, and we will qualify with a 19.219, a blazing lap for me at this track. I was hitting not even close to that in practice, as you saw. So this is an insane surprise for me, because we just qualified out of our minds, and we do not move up anywhere, but we will still see today's headlines. So let's get into the race and see what the headlines actually are. So Justin Jones is not fast at all. Hugh Ackerman is our friend, like we've seen before. And Ralph Higgins is fast, which I think he's ahead of us in the standings. So it could always be useful if he wasn't there. So we're starting on the outside of the 98. We are green here for the first stage in the fairgrounds, we're going to call it. We're going to go around the outside through this first corner, and I don't think that's worked out well at all, because that allows Gomez down the inside of us, and the 64 and 17. So we are not going, we're going the opposite direction we need to go right now, and make contact with our rival of, I believe that is, I'm blanking out on his name. We make heavy contact with him. We ram into the back of him, and we're four wide right now with our teammate and our friend of the 07 car of Hugh Ackerman, as we are now in 11th. 12th now. We have lost 2 positions since the start of the race, but we're going to now dive down the inside of our rival, of Eric Wright, trying to get by. Also, 22 of our teammate, of Anthony Norton, and we get past him back into our 10th place spot. We're gonna maybe try to catch up to Carter before the end of the stage, but that's, I think, as far as we can actually go. And we do drive it in deep and get past him coming out of turn 2, and we do keep that position going in to turn 3. Day's name tag is showing up, so we are catching up to him, and they are battling up there, so that will allow us to gain some ground off of them up there. I'm blanking on what to say because of how much pressure we are under here to gain stage points today. So we are not going to be able to catch up to Gomez before the end of the stage as we start this final lap, as we're going to go through this inside lane through turns 1 and 2, because outside lane, as you saw in the first lap, will kill all your momentum, and there's the outside wall that I hate. We're going to take this outside line because we're forced to. I did not mean to do that, but we do finish in 9th. That was a solid stage. We gained 1 position, even though on the first lap of the stage, we ran way too wide. But we're now going to get into stage 2, starting on the inside this time of Eric Wright, and I'm going to try to dive bomb that first corner into Day, and we are green for stage 2. Like I said, like I was trying to say, we're going to dive bomb Day into this first corner, and we make contact with him, heavy contact with him, and we run wide, but we do get the position up to 7th now. We're going to go down the inside, trying to get to Gomez now, and up to a rival of Stevenson. I have too many rivals. It's what always happens in this dirt series is we make contact with Gomez as I drive too deep in, and Stevenson is going to be able to get by, but we are going to be side by side with Gomez. We're going to go down the inside, almost to the quarter panel of Caleb Stevenson. In the 38 car, we're going to come around to start the 3rd lap of the stage, and we're going to try to... And there's a caution. There is a caution, and that will mean we are starting on the outside of Caleb Stevenson for this restart. I have no clue what happened. We were about to catch up to Stevenson there. But I think we have an even better chance now that we have 2 laps left in the stage. We got a green-white checkered for the stage. We're going to hopefully not take that outside line again, and we don't, and we keep it out of the wall barely, as that's our teammate of Terrence Russell. He is doing, former teammate, I did this again, our former teammate of Terrence Russell, he is performing out of his mind these past few races, as we're on the final lap of stage 2 already catching up to Tony Stewart from that 14 car. I think we're going to have to settle for 6th place if we don't gain any positions here. We do, though. We dive down the inside of Stewart, but that's going to allow the 17, but no, we're going to be side by side. And no, Matthew Day does get that position, even though I think we're going to have to see on replay, I'll show it now, that I was ahead, but I don't know until I check after the race. Future me, edit that in, because that was an insanely close photo finish for the end of that stage. But we are starting on the inside of Tony Stewart for this final stage. We are green in the Fanatec Fairgrounds once again. Tony Stewart's shoving us down the inside, and he forced us to really get the gas down so we can actually make the corner. And we get up to 3rd, making contact with our rival of Stevenson, and Day is pushing us through this corner, trying to make us get out of the way, which will not happen. He's pushing us into the wall, actually, and he's really trying to push me into the wall, trying to get me out of the playoffs, seemingly, is there's our other teammate of Anthony Norton ahead of us. We're going to send Day up the track now, because we do not want to deal with him any longer, as he has forced us all the way back down to 10th place. We're going to go down the inside here, trying to get back up to Davis there, who I believe you're battling for position in the playoffs with. We're going to dive down the inside, getting back up to Russell in 6th place. I would say our goal right now is to get back up to at least 5th place. We're going to dive down in and make contact with Stewart and our teammate of Norton, as they are 3 wide ahead of us, 2 wide now, as we're going to dive down the inside. Tony Stewart maybe to get the position from all of them up to 3rd, but no, Roy Wood does the switchback and gets 3rd position, and so does Ralph Higgins. I think that's his first name, I'm not sure. As he slides up the track in front of us, he is fast today, but he slides up the track and we make contact with the outside wall, allowing all of the cars that we just passed to get by once again. We're going to have to battle back again. We are now out of the points, and that is terrible for what we need to do right now, and we ram into the back of Wright, and that sends Stevenson all the way up the track, and we gain 10th place, but we're going to be side by side with Russell out of turn 2, going into turn 3, and he is side by side still with us, and he is going to get that position. We are battling hard right now, and I'm just going to need to do this switchback here, and we get it done, but no, he's going to come back around the inside again, and we make contact with the outside wall, which kills all of our momentum, but we're going to dive again, trying to get these positions back, but no, we fall back all the way to 12th place. We're going to go dive again down the inside, trying to get back up into at least 1 point, but it's not looking good so far, as we have 3 laps left, less than 3 laps left in the race, and Russell is who we need to beat for 10th. But no, actually, it's Davis now who we need to beat for 10th, who has taken that position, as we're going to dive heavy into turn 1, and we make it stick. We're going to be side by side with our teammate of Norton out of turn 2, and we're going to dive down the inside of Russell through turns 3 and 4, and the inside of Davis. We take his position right now, and we do. He doesn't get by us, and we keep our position, but we go way too low through turns 1 and 2, and Russell is going to come back with a great run on us, but no, we block him, and we keep that position. We're going to try to go down the inside now, trying to block off Russell, but no, we don't. It's going to be side by side to the line, but we get 10th position, and we get that vital stage point, or point in the race at least. And we're going to have to see what the playoff standings hold for us, as I need to go see a replay of why that caution happened, and if we beat that photo finish, and I'll see you all afterwards. So now we have to see how this race has affected everything going into next race at Richmond. We get $1,000 some, and we do move up in the point standings, but I don't know what that means for the playoff standings, as Leslie Gomez gets the fastest lap. Usually that means they won, but I still don't know who actually won this race, as we're going to leave and go back to the team shop and see who actually won this race. So, like it said, we finished in 10th, and we gained 4 fans, up to 163 in total, and we do not have any other contract options, as we're going to be going on Saturday now for the regular season closer, and we need to see these playoff standings. We are in by 11 points now over our friend of Hugh Ackerman. I feel terrible now that we're knocking out our friend, and he's no longer our friend apparently because of it. He's only just happy with us, and look at our list of rivals and angry people at us. This is just what happens when you race in the dirt series. It's impossible, at least as a player, at least for me, it's always been for me only in the dirt series, to not make 8 rivals. So that's just going to be tough luck, I guess. So we're going to be going into the last race of the season in 8th in the standings, but that'll be it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.